What's up, guys? Rant Roller at you with another dog walk vlog. There's the dog. This is the vlog. And today I want to talk about sports, politics, and gambling all being intertwined, along with the general entertainment industry. Now, when I was a youngster, growing up in New York City, I had to ride the subway to the train. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to take the subway train to school, right? Every day, like a job. I had to take 3 trains to go to high school. And long before that, I was reading the newspaper, the sports section only. I wasn't interested in politics or the normal news media, just the sports section. I'd flip the newspaper over to the back and read the sports section every day. I was a stat fiend, checking the box scores, reading the columns written by the various sports writers. And I, like most children, just thought sports was about sports. You know, the best players make the best teams and blah, blah, blah. And those are the guys that rise to the cream of the crop and win championships and MVPs and all of this. As I got older and I started to understand the trickery and foolery of this world, I started to realize that, number one, a lot of these games are fixed because gambling is very prevalent in pro sports and in college and even at the amateur level. Every level, gambling is involved. Okay, probably even now in the AAU circuit where you got 11 and 12-year-olds playing basketball, there's probably even gambling going on there. All right, and one of the referees, I forgot his name, I think his name was Donahue or something like that. He got outed and busted, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't the only NBA ref participating in fixing games. Okay, then you had the Pete Rose scandal of years ago, why he's still banned from the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. The great Pete Rose, who had over 5,000 hits, I believe. Gambling is very prevalent in sports. And as I watch sports with an adult eye now, I can clearly see when guys are throwing games or when they're throwing series. I'll give you an example. Some of you or many of you may not agree with me, but I don't give a damn. When the Miami Heat team led by LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, when they first came together and LeBron made a show called The Decision and announced he was taking his talents to South Beach. The Miami Heat got to the finals and laid an egg against the Dallas Mavericks, giving Dirk Nowitzki his only championship, along with Jason Kidd and Jason Terry, Chandler and all those guys. Now, why I believe, I don't have any proof of this, of course, but I personally believe that LeBron James and D Wade was in on a fix. I believe all of a sudden LeBron James acted like he didn't know how to play basketball. This genius of a basketball player all of a sudden acted like he didn't know how to play. And he'd been to the finals before and got swept by the San Antonio Spurs. So it's not like he didn't have finals experience. He totally acted like he could not play basketball. He didn't understand how to operate against a double team or team shading to keep him out of the lane, things he faced his whole career. All of a sudden, he didn't know what to do. And how I feel that D Wade was in on it, because he didn't play stellar either. And he was known for his playoff performances, Dwayne Wade. Right? So what really made me feel like they both was in on a fix was when Chris Bosh, their third running buddy, the third all-star of the group, who came down to Miami from the Toronto Raptors, the power forward Chris Bosh, was in the tunnel after the series was over and Dallas had won. He broke down on his knees and started crying. And Dwayne Wade walked over, said something to his ear, and picked him up off the floor. Like, what are you doing? Get up off the floor. It's not that serious. Dwayne Wade did not seem bothered by the championship loss at all, in my opinion. Was he smiling and happy? But no. Was he highly disturbed about the series loss? He didn't look like it when he was picking up Chris Bosh. And in my spirit, I felt something is up. Something is up. I feel like him and LeBron were in on the fix, but Chris Bosh was not. That was one example. Another example I'll give you is Cam Newton in the Super Bowl, in his one Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos in Peyton Manning's final year in the NFL. Yes, the Broncos had a great defense that year, but that wasn't their calling card. Their calling card was Peyton Manning the last couple of years, just throwing up insane yardage and touchdown numbers. But anyways, Cam Newton and the Panthers have been dominating all year long, stomping teams, celebrating in the end zone, dancing, taking pictures by the goalposts. You know, all of a sudden, Cam Newton got in the Super Bowl and acted like he did not know how to play football, like he was in Pop Warner again. Now, there was even a fumble that he looked at the ball for about a second and a half and then decided to jump on the ball late. By that time, he had lost the ball. It was a turnover. You know, that's not the only thing that cost him the game. But by and large, Cam acted like he never played football in his life. Now, what led up to this was Cam was everywhere. He was in yogurt commercials. The NFL was featuring him prominently as one of their faces of the league. And that year, for him to stink it up that badly was not nerves. No, was not nerves. Nerves would be maybe first quarter jitters. But once the game starts and you get hit, and you know the adrenaline dump has already occurred, you settle down and you settle into your normal self. He looked like he played with nerves and jitters the entire game, which was not, it just wasn't realistic, people. So anyways, this is just going to be a short video about sports, gambling, and politics all being intertwined. Now, where does the politics come into play? Well, let's look no further than Colin Kaepernick, the guy who took a stand by taking a knee. Okay? Why is it's always these high yellow light-skinned brothers that appear to be so militant? But anyway, Cam Newton, I think he comes from a mixed background, right? I think he has a white parent. You guys can correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But he led a political revolution in the NFL without saying a damn word. Everybody else did the talking and assumption making all around him. He took a knee. Everybody got all up in arms. Since when did sports and the military have anything to do with each other? But they made it that way politically. Oh, he's disrespecting the troops. He's disrespecting the American flag, which is the war flag that all you people out there worship, by the way. There's two American flags, okay? The one with the 50-something stars in it is the war flag. So all of you guys are worshiping war, all right? Just remember that when you pledge allegiance to that war flag. But anyways, what the hell difference does it make if he decided to take a knee? The camera didn't have to focus on that. The commentators didn't have to say a damn thing about it. But they focused on it. They put the camera on him constantly. And the commentators talked about it constantly. And then the sports shows jumped on board immediately and started producing segments based on this. Now, if you don't think that this all happened purposely and this all was orchestrated, you need to wake up. So that's one example where sports and politics intertwine. And they're constantly doing it even now. All you got to do is pay attention. When that fool Michael Sam got on TV early in the morning with his gay lover, okay, they put him in a cardigan sweater in a library to make him look studious or whatever. This guy was not going to make it to the NFL, okay? But they wanted to promote an agenda, which was the gay agenda, and they put him out there on Front Street, and a couple of NFL teams were obligated to give him a shot, give him a couple tryouts. He didn't even last a year, I don't believe, before he was right out of the league because he wasn't good enough to be in the league in the first place. They just wanted to push an agenda, the gay agenda in sports, which they're continuing to push. And now there's another agenda, the feminine agenda, the feminist agenda, that they're pushing. They're trying to make female head coaches in males pro leagues like basketball and football. And what's going to happen when you have an attractive 30-something-year-old coach who's a female in a locker room full of naked men popped up on testosterone and HGH? Where do you think that's going to end? All right, not all female coaches are going to be lesbians. I'm just saying. But anyway, you guys let me know in the comment section what you think about this. And stop being so naive. You know, all you guys complain about, oh, LeBron team, back in the day, all the guys were loyal to their franchises. Y'all are damn fools. Don't y'all change jobs? Don't y'all change schools? Have you never transferred from one school to another? And you want to talk about loyalty? Are the owners loyal to the players? Do you not see how many guys are cut from these various teams in pro sports, never to be heard from again? You only see the stars over and over, you dummies. You don't see the guys who at the end of the bench that maybe play 1 year, get cut, and they're back in regular society working a job. All right, so cut it with that loyalty crap. Players like LeBron are not loyal. Well, he's not loyal to his slave master? Is that where you're coming from? Let me know. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Rant Roller out.